Hi, my name's John. Welcome to Double Boost. Anybody that watches my channel and have seen my wife Deborah building a couple of the engine DIY kits. Now Engine DIY have sent me this model of a Lister engine. It's not in kit form, it's ready built, ready to run, because Lister started off in 1926, so it's like 100 years of Listers. I have actually got, in fact the wife has got a full-size Lister engine, so I can compare some of the features between this kit and the full-size one. That's enough talking. I'm going to get the box open and see exactly what you get. Instruction book, all in English. I have looked in here, but I haven't actually had the engine out of the box. A little plastic funnel, a little metal bucket, a little bottle, oil or a fuel bottle. Right, now for the engine proper. It's well packed in foam, polythene foam. Last item, 2 little adapters so you can start it using a cordless drill. First impressions, it is really well made. It's a decent size. I mean, I've got big hands, but it is a good size. Lovely machine flywheel. There's a little tap there to drain the water out of the water hopper. Spark plug lead. That is a magneto. In this case it's a contactless ignition system, but that's where the magneto is fastened onto a Lister. Fuel tank. This is the governor assembly. Even used copper fuel pipes, isn't that beautiful? And that's the governor spring. And that's the governor there on the throttle, just the same as a full-size one. Exhaust the same as a full-size one. Before we started, there's 1 or 2 things we've got to do. We've got to put some oil into it. We need to put a AA battery on the ignition system. And then basically, we can get it running. Like I say, it is complete, ready to go. It's not in kit form. This is the box where the ignition system lives. Little switch on and off. Inside of here, that's made of hardwood. It's not plastic, it really is nicely made. There's a little battery box which takes 1 AAA battery. That all goes neatly back inside of there. Before the engine's run, we need to put some oil in, between 5 and 10 millilitres of 530 engine oil, just ordinary car engine oil. That goes into there. That one there is what we call a hopper. That's for the cooling water. We'll take these little Allen screws out of here. Put them somewhere safe. Right, and in there you can see the 2 rocker arms, inlet and exhaust valves. The valves are moving there. They've actually got little adjuster screws on the end. Some people call them tappets, but really they're rocker arms. As this is a 4-stroke engine, so you've got an inlet and an exhaust. I'll show this running, and I'll also show the full-size one running. The detail really is good, and that's made out of, looks like bronze. Little valve springs, really impressed. This goes down, runs down, and lubricates the bottom end of the engine crankshaft, which is done by splash lubrication, just the same as the full-size one. Put the top back on. Like I say, I will run it with the top off, so you can see the little valves working. My wife Deborah's normally the one that plays with little wee screws, not me. Next we need some fuel, which is the fuel tank, little brass cap, little bronze bands are really nice, really well made. This will run on ordinary pump petrol, but I'm going to run it on Zippo lighter fuel. It's just more convenient. This is where the little funnel comes into play. Should be enough to get it going. The smell of that Zippo lighter fuel reminds me of my smoking days, which fortunately are well behind us now. I'll put the little fella cap back in. There is comprehensive instructions on how to do all of this and the starting procedure, which is obviously well worth reading before you start with it. The engine's water cooled exactly the same as the full size thing. It's recommended that you use distilled water. I remember running my Lister diesel for quite some time, and we actually boiled some eggs in there, some hard boiled eggs. Right, that's enough water in there. There's a little brass drain tap to get the water out of it. My big pudgy fingers. The little tap works, that is incredible. Attention to detail is really good. Spark plug and spark plug lead. On the carburettor, that's the mixture control, which is preset at the factory to run on Zippo lighter fuel. And that little needle there is a choke. You press that when it's turning over, and that sucks petrol in quickly, like a choke. That's the little starter adapter. It goes into a slot in the end of the crankshaft, into there, and it goes into an electric drill, a cordless drill. If you're running this inside, be aware, if you like a real engine, it puts out carbon monoxide, so you've got to make sure you're well ventilated. So everything's turned on, the ignition's turned on. We're going to give it a go and see what happens. That engages in the little slot in there. Oh dear me, really, that is the first time I've tried to start that. That is absolutely incredible. Dear me, isn't that nice? That's out of the box running. I'm going to put a little bit of lure on the flywheel and you'll see the governor start to work. So open the throttle up. There you can see the rocker arms moving. I'll do a bit of slow motion on this, I think. Now that it's warm, I'll see if I can start it by hand. Oh dear me, what more can you ask for? If there's one thing I would like to change on the whole engine is these little Allen bolts. I would like to change for hex-headed bolts, then it really would look the part. It has got hexagon nuts on the trolley, but other than that I can't fault it. I really can't. Like I say, the attention to detail is amazing and it runs so nice and so smooth. To sum this little engine up, it's not cheap, but it is absolute superb quality. that will last a lifetime. This will be handed down to my grandkids and hopefully to their grandkids. It really is a quality bit of kit. I'd like to thank Engine DIY for sending us this. I do get to keep it. I suppose that's what I get for doing the review. But my reviews are honest. I've got nothing to gain by giving a false review and a hell of a lot to lose. If you do decide to buy one of these engines or anything from the DIY engine selection, there is a link in my description box that takes you there. If you do buy an engine, I get a very small amount of commission. It's as simple as that. That's how it works. So once again, just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.